Hello and welcome to Charlotte Motor Speedway for the first ever running of the Roval in the Lay's NASCAR Cup Series. We have a field of 38 drivers set and ready to go here to tackle on this new road course / oval. And we'll see who will come out in a race that is going to be very filled with a lot of unknowns. And so we get that. Cars are fired up and ready to go. They will roll off, and we'll take a look at your starting lineup. In row 1 on the pole, we have Kurt Busch alongside AJ Allmendinger. Alex Bowman with teammate Chase Elliott. In row 3 is Kyle Larson with Jimmy Johnson. Row 4, Clint Bowyer alongside Jamie McMurray. Row 5, Ryan Blaney with Chris Buescher. Row 6, making his second start of the season, Daniel Hemrick and Eric Jones. Row 7, Martin Truex Jr. and Kyle Busch. Row 8, Joey Logano and all aboard the Bain train, Trevor Bayne. Row 9, Daniel Suarez and Michael McDowell. Row 10, Kevin Harvick and Eric Almirola. Row 11, William Byron with Paul Menard. Row 12 is Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Austin Dillon. Row 13, Brad Keselowski and Ty Dillon. Row 14, Denny Hamlin and Matt Benedetto. Row 15, Ryan Newman and David Reagan. Row 16, Watermelon Man, Ross Chastain with Casey Kane. And row 17 is Cole Witt and Bubba Wallace. Then Greg Golding and Harrison Rhodes and Timmy Hill. And that's your starting lineup for the day. We will have an 8-lap race here, and green flags in the air. Let's go racing. As Kurt Busch dives up to the early lead, AJ Allmendinger will fall in second with Alex Bowman in third. So we'll go quick through here, through the chicane on the backstretch. Kurt Busch holds a steady lead as he will lead lap 1. We're starting lap 2 of 8 here. Field's getting a little more spread out now. Kurt Busch continues to lead, but AJ Allmendinger is still looking to hunt him down. You see a little battle there for third place between teammates. And now AJ Allmendinger gets around Kurt Busch to take over the lead. Kurt's trying to get back to the lead, but not going to quite be able to get to it. So we'll start at lap 4 of 8. And ooh, we got a wreck. Spin there. We got a caution out here on lap number 4 for Jamie McMurray hitting the turn 1 wall. Take a look at the replay here. Looks like Chris Buescher just drove it in way too hard. Got McMurray loose and sent him into the wall there. So McMurray's not too happy with him. And we'll get a restart here on lap 6. Flags back in the air. And a bunch of the leaders crash into the turn 1 wall as Chase Elliott will now take over the lead. Caution's out here on lap 6 as we have 3 cars involved. So they will get taken away. We'll take a look at the replay. Looks like on these old tires, just overdrove it, didn't have a good enough braking, and we had AJ Allmendinger, Kurt Busch, and Clint Bowyer all involved there. Just kind of all drove it into the first turn way too hard. Older tires, a little harder to get her going, and took a bunch of them out there in the turn wall. Tough break for Kurt Busch and those guys as they're all in the garage. And it looks like this will set us up here for a green, white, checkered restart on lap 8. And green flag's back in the air, and Chase Elliott spun the tires there, and Kyle Larson will take over the lead. And Chase Elliott still battling down, trying to catch Kyle Larson here as Ryan Blaney is in third. So they come again here on the final lap. White flags in the air. See if these guys have anything for Kyle Larson here, and they'll last a little bit. Alex Bowman takes over the third spot and is looking to pass Chase Elliott. Gets around Chase. Can he get to Kyle Larson? No, he can't. Kyle Larson will take the checkered flag here and win the first race at the Roval. And again, congrats to Kyle Larson on winning the Roval race, as he will do his burnout there and take the checkered flag and head off to victory lane. And we'll take a look at your finishing results now for today's race. Once again, your winner was Kyle Larson. Congrats to Chip Ganassi Racing, DC Solar Team, and the Napa Cup Series on winning today's race. Second, you had Alex Bowman. Good, strong run for him once again this week. Very good. And third was Chase Elliott. Another good, strong run. Good showing there for the Hendrick cars up front. Fourth, Ryan Blaney. And then rounding out your top five was Chris Buescher, a very good, strong for that smaller team of JTG Daugherty Racing. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this race. Kind of fun to do the Roval, change it up, do a little something different. But Roval is just kind of a unique track, so something fun to do. So I hope you enjoyed that. And now the plan going forward is, since limited time, I kind of want to get the season done, at least by the end of the summer. Sometime in August, I want to do that. It'll take me a little while to film Homestead, which will be the final race. That's going to be for sure that. But I was thinking I wanted to try to add a few more races in, but I'm not going to do full length. I was going to do highlight events, so I'd probably try to do Daytona, another Martinsville, another Richmond, and try to do a Bristol. Granted, I don't have a full-fledged, nice-looking Daytona or Bristol track done. I'm just going to kind of do a makeshift track, as I call it, and just kind of throw it up, throw some walls up, make it kind of look like a track. So that'll be the plan going forward. So I'd like to do those 4 races and then end the season with a full-length feature still for the Homestead race. So Homestead for sure will be a full normal length race. It's just I'll do kind of like highlight clips, do the start, do some of the wrecks, do the finish, and go through the results and everything else there too for those races. But hopefully I can just kind of film those pretty quick. There won't be as much involved, so get those races out. And so hopefully sometime in August, at least by the end of August for sure, have the Homestead race out and end the season, and then I'll probably do a little bit of a break and then see about starting season 3, which will be based off the 2019 season. So hoping to have all that figured out and done fairly soon, but I don't really know how all that's going to work out. Hopefully it'll work out pretty well, because I do want to get those 4, make it a little more interesting in points and a little more competition going on. So that's going to be the plan going forward. And so I'll let you take a look at the rest of the results here as they scroll through. And now we'll take a look at your point standings here. Kyle Larson takes over the points lead now with Martin Truex Jr. in second and Kyle Busch in third. So Sten getting a fairly good points lead there by about 10 points over second place. So it'll be interesting going forward, but Kyle Larson's doing very strong in points. And that will be it for today's race. I hope you enjoyed today's race here at the Charlotte Roval. And that's going to do it for our broadcast today. I hope you enjoyed today's race. And this is Corey Klatt signing off.